Hi everyone, it's K-Red. Welcome back as we finish up this fun June mandala that we started just a couple days ago. As a quick recap, we started with this large green piece of paper. Kind of funny, this paper does tend to change colors as the sun ebbed and flowed behind clouds, so you'll see some slight variations, but it is just a fun bright green color. We used a ruler, my little circle tool, different size pens, and this plastic graph template. In part one, we went through, worked on the middle for quite a bit, got pretty far into the middle. And then on the outside rims, we just got a good foundation for us to finish up today. Thank you everybody for joining me, and let's get started and see how we get there. Now that I have a good basic outline for the outside layers, I did the sharp triangles, and then I did the rectangle. And by adding that arch, those rectangles actually became a slanted triangle. Kind of a neat little transformation was made. I then added a petal, circles on the outside that I connected together with a wavy, kind of S-shaped line. And that gives me a foundation. Now I go back in and I add little things. Add a bit here, a line there, a curve here, make this part darker. And we're just adding little things in there to bring it to life. So when I started filling in these triangles, I knew I wanted to do every other one dark so I could have some contrast on this paper. I went ahead and decided to go through though and do all the lines first. I find that I am more consistent with my spacing and my lines if I do like lines together and then go back in and fill. So that's what I did. Even though I did a couple filling in, I stopped myself knowing that I'd be more consistent if I made all those lines and then fill them all in at once. Using a thinner tipped pen, I went back in and added 4 or 5 pretty close together lines on the left outside of each of these triangles. It gave it a nice dimension, kind of popped it off the paper a little bit. I really like it when I add my shading with the pen rather than going back in afterwards with a pencil. By adding these thin lines close together, it works just like we would with shading. Now, of course, I can go back in and add just a little bit of a pencil, and that would add even more of a pop to it and even more dimension to your art. So remember to breathe, take a step back, see what catches your eye, and just make one small decision at a time. Don't let the paper overwhelm you. Don't overthink it. This is about fun. This is about relaxation, about bringing some calm and some control into a world that can feel chaotic and out of control. So I make a few small changes, little things here and there, until we address the outside edge. So now I want to pay attention to this outside line. I want to add some weight to it in certain spots. Up on that high part of the curve, I add some weight, and at the very bottom, underneath the circle, I add a little bit of weight there, a little bit on top, and then thin it out in the middle. Help give it a little bit of dimension. That's a look I like and I use often. You can do this with pencil if you don't want to do it in pen, or you can do it in a combination of both. Now we're back to just adding little leaves to our flowers, little things as we move along. Whatever catches our eye. Stand back, take a look, and see what you think. I was really glad I added these arches underneath. Made it feel like a ribbon and a flower all at once. I'm going to try to remember that for a future project. I liked that. So using a smaller pen and adding a few lines on top to these triangles as well, Looking at them, it's hard to even see the original rectangles that they were until you actually try to focus in on them. If you remember, this shape here is the exact same shape as inside with those S curves. That same rectangle, just different effects done inside of it. Add a little bit of a ribbon going in and out of our points, our little multi-sided star. And I used a nice thin pin for that so it would be soft. Started the circles off open, then decided I wanted them darkened in. I think that was a good decision. Now, what to do with these petals on top? I start with these V's, almost like a bird's wing kind of shape. Not completely in love with it. So I add some circles and I make it bolder. as I go along. That seems to be working better than the thin line was anyway. I decide to darken in maybe a third of the outside corner of each circle. Some diamond shapes instead of a circle, something a little bit different than what I'd used in this project. And that does it. I think that's going to be the end of this one. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you tried it. We're going to be doing some more of these stencil dot templates in the future. But I sure appreciate you all being with me today. If you get a chance, please hit the subscribe button. It would do my channel an awful lot of good. Hit the like button. Leave me a comment and let me know what you think. Thanks again for spending time with me.